have left using the green, yellow, and red cards, which denote specific times remaining. Those giving prepared speeches should limit their remarks to their specific speech times. Icebreaker speeches should be 4 to 6 minutes in length. Green card at 4 minutes, yellow card at 5 minutes, and red card at 6 minutes. Most of the other speeches should be 5 to 7 minutes in length. Green card at 5 minutes, yellow card at 6 minutes, and red card at 7 minutes. Table topic speakers should limit their remarks between 1 to 2 minutes. Green card at 1 minute, yellow card at 1 minute 30 seconds, and red card at 2 minutes. The individual evaluation should be between 2 to 3 minutes. Green card at 2 minutes, yellow card at 2 minutes 30 seconds, and red card at 30 minutes. For all speeches, table topics, and evaluations, the speakers have 30 seconds to wrap up their presentations after the red card. Thank you. Back to Toastmaster of the evening.
Thank you, Toastmaster Zabrali, for your explanations. Next, our vote counter tonight is Toastmaster Dr. Sundar Ramalingam. Toastmaster, could you please explain your role today?
Thank you very much, Toastmaster of the day. As your vote counter, I would be helping you choose the best speaker, the best evaluator, the best table topic speaker, the best meeting leader, and the best of big three. So after every session, I'll be sharing with you the link, a Google form link for you to vote for the best role player as you feel who performed to the best of their abilities. Everybody can vote for every role except me. I will be voting only when there is a need to break a tie. Back to you, Mr. Toastmaster.
Thank you, Doctor. So now we finished all entire leaders' roles. Now let's start our prepared speech session. Before we call the first speaker, may I request the first speaker, Evaluator. He is one of the very active speaker, Toastmaster Rajos. Could you read the objectives of the speech, please?
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Today, my speaker is going to present a level 1 project 1, which we are calling Icebreaker Speech. The purpose of this speech is for the member to introduce himself or herself to the club and learn the basic structure of a public speech. Time allowed 4 to 6 minutes. Speech title is What Inspired Me. Over to Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rajos. The speech title, What Impressed Me. The speaker is giving icebreaker speech, so he will explain himself. Please help me welcome Toastmaster Muhammad Iqbal Ghazin on the stage.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Good evening, Toastmasters of the evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I am here in front of you to present some bits about me. My talk for today is about what inspired me and how it propelled me to move further. Jim Cathcart, one of the 20 topmost speakers in the world, he impressed me a lot by saying the following verses: the person you see is the person you will be. And also he said, if you will spend 1 extra hour each day on your special topic or your subject, believe me, he said, in 5 years' time or less than 5 years' time, you will be a national leader or expert in that topic. If you really want something to achieve, that thing, that potential is already within you. You have to find it out. I call this as an acorn. This acorn is nothing but a seed that grows into a magnificent oak tree. That magnificent oak tree is within you, sleeping now. Water it, nurture it. That seed will one day grow into a magnificent oak tree. Coming straight to the point, Who is this Imral Sakim, age 72? When I make a Google search, his age is 70 years and his father's age was 40. Who is this person? How is it possible for a son to be elder than his father? Yes, that illogical person is in front of you now to give you a icebreaker speech. I am Iqbal Qasim, age 42. But my election card says I am Indral Qasim, age 70, and my father's age is just 40. In India, everything is possible. Dear friends, I was born and brought up in Chennai for a middle class family. And I have 3 siblings, 2 elder sisters and 1 younger brother. My father is a mechanical fitter by profession. He served Indian Army, Ministry of Defense. Apart from his business, government job, he never stopped with the government job alone. He started doing several private business, and one of which is merchandising dress materials. He is too much sick during this period. When I was 8, he was ill, and I supported him in collecting the money from all the customers. I used to travel 5 to 6 kilometers at the age of 8 to help my father. And he's a big motivator for me, and he's a big inspirator for me. And never to say, my mother was a big motivator also. She used to say, never stay like a stagnant water, never in your life. Just be bold, brave, broke everything. And she is no more. She just passed me 5 months before in Corona. But the dreams, what she admired, I will try to prove this one, his admiration. I want to tell you something about my childhood experience. When I was age 8, I tortured my father to buy for me some fishes for my aquarium. After long torture, he gave me some fishes. And I told my father, just wait for 1 year or 2 years. This fish will multiply into 100, thousands. I will start a big aquarium shop. And from that money, I will repay you back all the money what you have spent. My father laughed. What happened next? I waited for several years, but those fish never gave birth to any of the child. I was bored. I am thinking my father bought for me 2 male fishes. That's the reason. Then I gave this to my cousin brother. His good time, all the fish started giving birth to multiple. Don't ask me what my brother did. This is secret for him. Now, my dream was to start a big aquarium business, but now my cousin brother, he started his own aquarium business. And this says, the famous saying of Edison is like genius is 1% and 99% is perspiration. The idea is just 1%. The hard work you put behind is 99%. Recently, I was given a chance in Batha to speak about myself for 2 minutes. Just 2 minutes. They just like an icebreaker speech. I thought it's nothing. I went to the stage boldly and I started speaking. Just few seconds, I started shivering and my knees started shivering. I got sweating and I am started blabbering. I don't know what I'm speaking. Then I realized that public speaking is not a joke and something serious. And this brought me here in front of you, Toastmasters. And last but not least, most of the person stay inside the comfort zone and never come outside. And they will regret one day. But for myself, I never regret for anything because I explore many things in my life. Last but not least, I should feel proud for everything what I have. With the saying, I conclude my talk. There is no set moment in your life that will define you. Every moment is a chance to change your life for better or worse. Thank you. Back to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Muhammad Iqbal Qasim, for a great performance for your icebreaker speech. Our second speech is from Pathway L1P2. Before we call second speaker, may I request second speaker Evaluator, our Vice President Education, dynamic speaker and great leader, Toastmaster Dr. Sundar Ramalingam, to read the objectives of the speech, please.
Thank you very much, Mr. Toastmaster. My speaker is going to present his Level 1 Project 2 first speech. So the objective of this project is for the member to present a speech on any topic, receive feedback, and apply the feedback to a second speech. So this particular speech, which he is going to deliver today, is the first speech, and it could be on any topic, and he will receive feedback from the evaluator, which he will apply on our next speech. So the time for this speech is going to be 5 to 7 minutes, and over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Dr. Sundar. This speaker is completed post-graduation diploma in hotel and tourism management from the reputed college in Kerala. Worked 6 years Sultanate of Oman in hospitality industry. Joined Toastmaster Club a month ago. Currently working in Dugin KACA as a operator training leader. The father of a beautiful daughter. The ambition to become a public speaker. The speech title, How to Stay Calm. Please help me welcome Toastmaster Mohammad Shagir on stage.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
In my college days, I was the boy who cried in front of 40 or more students in my class. Fellow Toastmasters, are you ready to listen to my story where you will understand the importance of stay calm? Are you? Great. Let's get started. During my college days, especially on the weekend classes, we had a very interesting activity. It's similar to our table topic medley. The teacher will give us a topic and we need to talk about that topic at least 1 minute. I was so confident that day. I was like, let's throw the topic on me. Finally, the teacher gave us the topic. What would you do if this is your last day on earth? What would you do if this is your last day on earth? Near to 15 seconds. Rather than thinking or talking, I was imagining myself. There are a lot of questions flying around my head. What if I died today? What will happen to my family? Who will complete my dreams? Am I going to die today? Finally, after 15 seconds, I could not control my emotions and I started crying. The entire classroom could see nothing but my tears. You know what? Why did this happen to me? Because I didn't stay calm. After this unpleasant incident, I was so embarrassed that I could not talk to my friends for next 2 days. But those days are a self-realization days for me. Later I realized that I need to work on my emotional fluency. Years later, I got an opportunity to read a book, the Emotional Intelligence book written by Daniel Goleman. Believe me, that book created miracles for me. Before I tell you what did I gain after reading that book, let me tell you what exactly Daniel Goleman mentioned in that book. There are 4 steps. Step number 1, self-awareness. it is very important to understand our strength and our weaknesses, and most importantly, our emotions. You should understand the type of emotions that you are going through. And that is the first step to stay calm. For example, are you happy? Are you sad? Are you nervous? Or are you angry? So if we put our emotions into words, that is the first step towards stay calm. Step number 2, self-management. This step actually will help you to control your impulses and extra reactive reactions. Is it difficult to understand? In layman's language, if you guess your emotion type, it's negative. It is your responsibility to change your negative emotions into positive emotions. How can we do that? Let me tell you a simple technique. Just take your phone and talk to your best friend. Take a walk alone. Listen to your favorite music. Write down your distracting thoughts. That's it. Step number 3, social awareness. Being socially aware means to understand how to react in different social situations. It also means aware about the world around you and how different environment influence people. Step number 4, relationship management. It's an ability to connect with people and build positive relationships. So these are the 4 main steps written by Daniel Goleman in his book, Emotional Intelligence. Let me repeat the steps once again for you. Self-awareness, self-management, social awareness, and relationship management. If you ask me, what did I gain after learning how to stay calm? Within 3 years of time, my manager asked me to handle the role of a operations training lead in my organization, which is usually handled by people with a lot of experience. And I hardly had 3 years of experience. You can see the changes. One of my favorite Buddhism affirmations said, our mind is like water. When it is turbulent, it's difficult to see. But when it is calm, everything becomes very clear. Fellow Toastmasters, I would like to request all of you to read the book Emotional Intelligence, written by Daniel Goleman, and it's definitely going to tell you how to stay calm. Thank you, and back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Muhammad Sagir. Wow, for a wonderful speech about how to stay calm. Really, we liked. Our third speech from pathway L1 and P2. Before we called the third speaker, may I request third speaker Evaluator. He is a young and energetic speaker, Toastmaster Hazam Hussain. To read the objectives of the speech, please.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the evening, and good evening, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests. I hope there is no guest. The purpose of the speaker today, he is going to present the speech from level 1 and project 2. The purpose of the project is for the member to present a speech on any topic, receive feedback, and apply feedback to the second speech. This, the member will be presenting his speech to demonstrate her. This will be, since it is the first speech, so she will receive the feedback on this speech and she will apply the received feedback on his second speech next time. The speech length will be 5 to 7 minutes. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Hassan. Our third speaker is a software engineer, currently a homemaker who hates her dreams. The speech title, Woman's Dream. Please help me to welcome Toastmaster Nithu on stage.
Thank you. Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Yeah, thank you very much. Good afternoon, Toastmasters. I am here in front of you for my second speech, Woman's Dream. As I am a woman, I have so many dreams. Shall I ask you one question? Here, anyone, so many ladies will be there in your life. Your mother, sister, wife, daughter. Have you ever asked them whether they have any dreams, whether they will fulfill their dreams, whether you help them to achieve their dreams? Anybody? Whether any time, at least once in your lifetime, whether you asked any ladies in your life? Anyone? No one.
We don't want to lie.
Sorry, it's not. They are for you. Their life is for you. But at least in your lifetime, you didn't ask one time to the ladies in your life. It can be your mother, sister, or your wife. See, there are in the population, current population, around 60% are women. But can you see how many women are there in the front end of anything? See, we have limited leaders, women leaders, right? We can count in your fingers, 1 or 2. Why? Are they not capable, women? Yes, they have dreams. They don't have dreams? Yes, they have dreams. So who is stopping them? Whether their family or education or the society? No, she herself is stopping her from the dreams. Why? Have you thought of that? Every woman have dreams, but some are achieving that. Some of them are not able to achieve. Why? She herself is stopping her from the dreams, her own dreams, her priorities. Because she is creating her own priorities. She is setting what should be my priority, where the where it should be. It should be in the first or it should be at the last. Maximum ladies, because they know if they go behind their dreams, they should sacrifice something else. So they are setting their priorities and they are putting the dreams to last. It's not, actually it should be the first, but they are putting them into the last. Why? Because they themselves are making them stop. Just for an example, there is a Malayalam movie, How Old Are You? Same thing is there in Tamil also. I think most of you will be knowing that film. See, in that, the daughter is asking her mother, whether you know, if a person is having some dream and if it doesn't work out, how she will be feeling. For that, you should have some dream. In that character, we are seeing that she is the best student and she is the best leader in the college time. But because of her family, she has made some priorities. She is a working lady, but still her dreams are beyond the things. So we should help our people around us to achieve their dreams, to help them what they want. For that, we should have a good family, supportive family. At least then only the ladies will come forward to achieve their goals. They should have a supporting parents or supporting siblings or supporting spouse. Of course, the kids or they will be with them, no doubt. So we can make so many revolutions in this world if the ladies comes forward. Because nowadays we are telling ladies, women should get equality. Where the equality comes from? It should start from the family, right? Then only the society will take care of it. Then the world will take. One day, definitely it will come out. So at least the family person should take care. All the family means ladies are there, but still there is a male majority in our society. So they will not allow. Maximum, I think around 60% of males are not ready to accept the same. Only 40% are ready. Okay, let's see what she is doing, or let us help her, let us support her. So if she has a good family to support, or if she's able to prioritize her dreams or prioritize the things which she has, definitely she can chase her dreams and she can achieve her goals, and it will make a good change in your family, in the society, in the world, or everywhere. So my humble request to you all, please, at least till now, if you didn't ask, at least today, you go and ask your ladies in your life. It can be your mother, sister, wife, daughter, anybody, whether you have any dreams or whether I have to do something for that or any help from my side. Please, my humble request to you all, at least once in your life, please go and ask them. So they will be happy and it can make a good change in your life and in your family life. Thank you very much. Back to you.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Nithu, for brilliant speech. After your speech, sure, today I will ask my wife about her dream.
Thank you.
For our fourth speaker, he is from Pathway Presentation Mastery, L3P2. Before we call the fourth speaker, may I request fourth speaker, Evaluator. He is very dynamic and great storyteller speaker, Toastmaster Ibrahim Karchikar. To read the objectives of the speech, please. You are muted. Yes.
Am I audible now?
Yes, you are.
Should have checked earlier. Fellow Toastmasters and Toastmaster of the evening, please welcome my speaker, Jijo Koshi, who is looking forward to propel his leadership skills, giving his level 1 project 2 presentation mastery's first speech. The purpose of this project is for the speaker to practice using a story within a speech or giving a speech that is a story.
Yes.
It is level 3 project 2.
Yes, yeah, L3B2.
My bad. Level 3 project 2. I stand corrected. Thank you, TM Sundar. So the purpose of this project is for the speaker to practice using a story within a speech or giving a speech that is a story. So the title of my speaker's speech is Cheating Yourself. It's going to be interesting. I'm looking forward for his speech. Over to you, Mr. Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ibrahim. Our fourth speaker is a ceramic engineer by profession, working in Saudi Ceramic. He joined Toastmaster in 2018. Currently VP member of TAJ Club. He is playing an active role in District 79 Council as a district TSR manager. The speech title, cheating yourself. Please help me welcome Toastmaster TAJ Koji on stage.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the evening. Cheating. You feel irritated when someone you know is cheating on you. Is it not? Really, you want something to happen to that person. And sometimes, if it is you who's doing the cheating, that likewise will happen to you as well. Fellow Toastmasters, distinguished guests, a warm greeting to all. Give me a honest opinion. How many of you all have at least copied in your lives one time? Let me see some raised hands. 1, 2, 3.
Many times.
He's raising both his hands. Fabulous.
We did it many times, so I'm not raising my hand.
Great, great, great. At a point of time, we realize when it comes to the test, that is the point. Everything's blank. You have nothing to remember because we studied by passing, by copying. The test, the exams, it may help, it may not help. And the results are nowhere. So coming to my speech, I'm sure you're eager to hear a story where someone is cheating ourselves. So here it goes. A milkman, he always goes to a town from his village by a river. He has a boat. He goes every day to the town and he sells his milk. He sells milk to the people. It was going on. Time spent. Thought, I need more money. Just like most of us, we tend to become a bit greedy. He thought, why not do something for making more money? In the river he's going, he just tilted his vessel a little and made sure some water comes in. He doubled his milk by increasing the water. It's common. Most of us know milkmen add water. He made money. And what he used to do, he used to go to the town, put his money, whatever he saved, get, and just carry home little money back home. And like all, he had a dream. What was his dream? His daughter's marriage. He was earning a lot of money, all that for his daughter's marriage. And with all the money he had, one day, he went to the town, bought the gold and a lot of stuff for the marriage. He was coming back. It was heavily pouring. He knew this is very important. His life savings. He thought, okay, I have to save it. He sat on his boat and he was rowing. But the rain was so heavy. The boat toppled. He lost all his gold and the dresses what he bought for his daughter. Imagine what happens to you when all your life savings is lost. The same thing was happening to him there. He lost everything. For 3 to 4 hours, he tried to get all these things back. Things didn't work for him. He was helpless. He went home and met his wife. He kept weeping for hours. All my savings is gone. His wife said, I always told you, don't put water in the milk. It will be very bad for you. Friends, fellow Toastmasters, aren't we cheating ourselves like that? In many situations, we pretend to be someone we are not. We show a social status which we really don't deserve to be in. We do things which we are not supposed to do. Let me share my own story. a reflection of this story is somewhere in my life as well. I was in 2004 more like a machine than a man. I worked 7 days a week, 12 hours a day. I did not care for anyone. My family members, I never called. I became extra person in my family. I thought money will do all the things. But I was cheating myself, running away from responsibilities, running away from being a son, running away from being a brother. Doesn't help. Ask yourself, this COVID time, are you responsible? Are you not cheating yourself? We may escape from the policeman who is watching you wear the mask, and we quickly put on the mask just to escape. Are you not cheating the society? Be responsible. At least now, be responsible. Let's not spread COVID. Let's not spread problems. The virus is out there. Let's not cheat ourselves. Let's realize a social responsibility is there with each of us. Will you support me in this situation? Let's break the chain, end the COVID. It can be possible by using the mask. Let's back to you, Toastmaster of the evening.
Thank you, Toastmaster Gigi Gosi, for a great speech. Now the first session of our meeting completed, and it's the time for voting. Mr. Timer, can you please check all the speakers are qualified?
Yeah, all speakers are qualified.
Please vote counter note it. Meanwhile,
Voting link? No.
Meanwhile, when you vote, I continue our inspiration conversation about self-motivations. Why is self-motivation the most effective kind of motivations? The self-motivation is, in its simplest form, the force that drives you to the things. So, you should remind yourself of 5 things every day. The first, I am amazing. I can do anything. Talk positively to yourself. I celebrate my personality. And finally, I am prepared to succeed. These are good techniques for becoming a more self-motivated person. Every day is a new opportunity to change your life. Now it is a time to have a vibrant table topic session. Today, the table topic master is Toastmaster Zizumon Zos. The table topics evaluator, our president, Toastmaster Dr. Magesh Pillai. Toastmasters, today the table topic master is Senior Health and Safety Advisor in Tycoon Troops Evaluator Company. The Toastmaster since last 2 years, current Division B Club Growth Director. He is doing a great job as the Chief Editor of TAJ Q2 and Q3 magazine in the year 2020-21. Please help me to welcome Toastmaster Zizomon Zos on the stage to conduct table topic session.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the evening, Toastmaster Dr. Arunachalam, for kind words. Fellow Toastmasters, once again, good evening to all. And welcome to the auspicious session of all Toastmaster meeting, that table topic speaking. Before that, brief introduction. Table topics propel a member to develop the skill of impromptu speaking. Table topics mean to train our members to quickly organize and express their thoughts. You can think of the table topic speech as a mini speech, which is an opening, a body, and a conclusion. It should be based on the topic which is provided to him. I will read the topic and will be called someone from you to the podium to speak. Each speaker is required to speak for a minimum of 1 minute to qualify. Timer will show green upon 1 minute and amber at 1 minute 30 seconds. At last, a red light upon 2 minutes. And he will get 30 seconds additional to wrap up his speech. I would like to request all speakers to include propel as the word of the day in your speech. So let us see who self-motivational hero in this auspicious impromptu speaking opportunity will be. I would like to request all your cooperation because I cannot find anyone without any role. All of us have some roles. So I need your cooperation. When I will call upon someone, please come forward and share your thoughts. So are you ready? Can I start from the first topic? Okay. The first topic, share one of your experience or achievement of self-motivated. May I call upon Toastmaster Muhammad Iqbal? Can you share something?
Good evening, Toastmasters of the day. My topic is going to be like, can you repeat the topic, please?
Yes, I will. Share one of your experience or achievement of self-motivation.
Fine. Good evening, everybody. If they ask for something like how you move from forward or profile from one stage to other, I can give you an example of what is comfort zone, how we have to be away from the comfort zone. So I was working in, this is my personal story. When I was working in Oman in 2005, I have a good salary and the work was comfortable and my management was happy with me. But the position was same like what I joined. Until 6 years, I waited for the next level, but nothing happened. Then I thought of leaving the comfort zone. Let me go and search for another job, which will fulfill my dreams. Then I started going for looking for a job in Africa, Cameroon, where I know anybody in there, and I never know about the people working over there. That's the situation. I go there, I start learning, and then I fail, and then learn. I propel forward to become a successful production manager now after 4 years of experience. Now, my company, I have built the company from the scratch in Riyadh. 2 companies I have done in Riyadh, which is propagating your mayonnaise and salad dressings. So if you start thinking about your backward movements, you cannot come up in your life in the forward side. Just try to think about, just forget your past and go ahead with your successful moments, and then you will inspire the younger generations in your life. Thank you, Toastmasters of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mohammad Iqbal for the wonderful delivery. Now we will go to the next topic. The topic is, how motivated are you to reach your goals? I will repeat. How motivated are you to reach your goals? May I call upon Toastmaster Mohammad Shakir?
Motivation. It's an energy. It's a fuel that will go through to the next level of life. Let me share you my personal story. When I came in Saudi Arabia, I joined Dunkin' Donuts, the lovely place where you will get a lot of delicious donut and coffee. I was a store supervisor and I'm looking for a next level as everyone. 2 years I worked in the same designation, and finally I met with my manager, Manaz al-Bukhari. I asked him, sir, what I need to do to reach the next level? He gave me a motivational speech of 10 minutes. Believe me, it makes me a lot of changes and give me a lot of confidence to work hard to get the next level. After 6 years of time, now I am handling the field training of entire Saudi Arabia for Shahia Dunkin' Food Limited company. It's all because of the motivation. Without motivation, we cannot grow further. It's a propel to get you to the next level. Thank you, and back to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mohammad Shakir. Now we will move to the third topic. What are the basic factors required for a self-motivation? I will repeat. What are the basic factors required for self-motivation? May I call upon Toastmaster Ibrahim Ali?
Am I visible?
Yes, you are.
Am I audible?
Sure.
Basic factors required for self-motivation. Wow, that lies in the heart of the theme and concepts of Toastmasters. Integrity stands at the top most. Integrity is again choosing courage over comfort. When I first came to Saudi Arabia in early 1990s, I went home after 2 years. I've had significant amount of attention. All my relatives came up there to see me. Oh boy, I'm the first person to travel from my family. They all came. I had got a lot of gifts and I was getting significant amount of attention. Everyone coming, oh, he has become chubby. He has become a little healthier. And my grandfather from the corner was observing all the attention I was getting. And with the tongue in the cheek, he was just observing and he kept his comment for the last. When everything was done, everything settled, all the appreciation, Babu, and all those wonderful words I received, he just called me closer and said, well, I hope you're not having a complacent job. And everyone looked, what are you saying to this kid? Like, I don't want him to rest in his job. And my grandmother is asking, why? What is that going to do? I said, well, this guy is going to become useless. So adversity breeds the quality out. That which does not break you makes you stronger. And integrity comes at the heart of it. You need to have, and you need to be sincere towards yourself. Everything that you do, you need to make those daily deposits. And every time, in his words, grandfather's words, I could correlate with the Robert Broad every time. You do not wake up one morning as a bad person. It happens by 1,000 tiny surrenders of self-respect to self-interest. Keep integrity at the top, and that is going to motivate you far enough. Over to you, Mr. Table Topic Master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ibrahim, for the wonderful factors discussed. We will move to the next topic. What stops or reduces my motivation? I will repeat. What stops or reduces my motivation? I call upon Toastmaster Neetu, Ratish.
Good evening, all. Sorry, may I know the topic once more?
Yes, I will read. What stops or reduces your motivation?
Yeah. Good evening, all. Nobody other than yourself help or stops you from that motivation. I can give you one example. In my case, myself has to do something to get me motivated. I have so many problems or so many positive things, but I should think myself whether I should do or not. It's all other factors are secondary. My family or my kids or the society. Myself has to think twice or thrice whether I should achieve the things or not. So I strongly believe that myself has to motivate me, or nobody else in this world. Even God can help us to a certain limit. Other than that, nobody in the world can stop you from motivating ourselves. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Neetu. We will move to our last topic. Consequence of not being motivated to achieve my goal. I will repeat. Consequences of not being motivated to achieve my goal. May I call Toastmaster Muhammad Hassan Hussain? Muhammad Hassan Hussain is there? Toastmaster Muhammad Hassan?
I think he is not there.
Okay. So, Toastmaster Roy Joss? I think. Toastmaster Roy?
Yes.
Do I need to repeat or not?
It's okay, no.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, table topic master. What are the consequences of being not motivated? From the childhood itself, every person is being motivated by at each stage of his life. Am I right? Yes. From the childhood days, we are motivated by our parents. When we come to the teenage or the school days, we are motivated by our teachers and parents and other friends for achieving our goals. Each time, there will be some person, which is the person who always push always setting our goals, whether it is in a competitive mind or a personal desire. But that is the motivation we have to follow. We are achieving our goals based on this motivation, knowingly or unknowingly. That doesn't matter. But there are some points which demotivate us. That is none other than our egos. If we throw away our egos, that is the only one thing which hesitate from our motivation. So we need to follow whatever person, whatever things which express or which push us or propel us to be motivated. We should not deny. Back to you, table talk master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Roy, for discussing about the consequences. With that, let us conclude the table topic session today. Mr. Timer, please let us know whether all table topic speakers are qualified or not.
All are qualified.
Thank you, Mr. Timer. Now it's the time for voting for the best table topic speaker. I request Mr. Vote Counter for the voting procedure.
I'm sharing the link in the chat box. Thank you.
Thank you. Meantime, thanks everybody, especially the Toastmaster who share the best benefit consequence for expel ourselves to self-motivated. Hope you enjoyed the session very well, same like me. And over to you, Toastmaster of the evening, Dr. Arunachalam. Thank you.
Thank you, table topic master Manjos, for delightful performance and entire topics related to the themes. Let's give him a big round of applause. In meantime of voting, let me continue the tips of how to stand in self-motivation in your life. Boost your life because no one else is going to do it for you. There are 6 things you can do to maintain yours for self-motivations. The continue readings and acquiring knowledge. The continue reading is very important for self-motivations. Spend time with motivator and enthusiastic and supportive peoples. Promote a positive mindset and build your confidence. Identify your strength and weakness and work on them. To maintain on your time management skill, it's very important for self-motivations. Get help when you need it and be willing to help others succeed. And now we will learn how we will it because the next part of program is evaluations. This is done by our general evaluator. For that, we have a very experienced and humorous speaker, TTM since 2020, past president of TAJ class Toastmasters, Senior Engineering, Saudi Electrical Company. He is also the club coach of Mobile Never Surrender Clubs. For General Evaluator, TTM Kururajan, please help me welcome TTM Kururajan to the stage. Let me hand over the session to General Evaluators.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the evening, and a warm good evening to all the Toastmasters. It doesn't matter whether you have failed, but it matters how you spring back from the failure. Spring back from the failure requires motivation, that is self-motivation essential. The self-motivation can be a leader whom you admire so that he guides you, or it could be a book which gives you the energy inside to propel you forward. So the self-motivation is very much necessary. Some people will get the self-motivation when stones are thrown at them. When you challenge them, they really become mighty. I only take few minutes. I will take you back to the Indian history, the Mughal Empire. You all heard about the Emperor Aurangzeb. Aurangzeb was hated by his father. His own father was hating him. And his father was more giving consideration to one of his brother. So his father put him in a very tough situations. And the worst battlegrounds, Aurangzeb stood everything. He won all the battles and he was highest tax collector at that time. Finally, he became the emperor. So, dear Toastmasters, the most thing is in the self-motivation is fight back. You never accept the failure, fight back till the last breath is there, fight. That is the most essential thing for the self-motivation, and this should be in our thoughts. And now today, we have the evaluation session. I remember my last exam in the engineering college. When I came out, I got the big relief. There will be no more exam in the future. Till I joined in the Toastmasters, where evaluation is there. Later I found evaluation is not that tough like examination. They always praise you, whatever you do, and the improvements will be given in a sugar-coated way. So, without much ado, I will call the first evaluator to evaluate the speech of Toastmaster Mohammed Iqbal Qasim. The evaluator is with a smiling face. Now he participated in the recent divisional contest for the international speech competition. He was only emotional, giving them the good message to the public. And he has a wife and 4 children. He's also a chief accountant in the Interplast company. He's living in Riyadh for 17 years. Current event manager, Division B, and the club coach, Diplomatic Toastmasters Club. Let me invite Toastmaster Roy Jose to evaluate the speech from Toastmaster Mohammed Iqbal Qasim. Toastmaster Roy Jose, the floor is yours.
All glory comes from daring to begin, said by Eugene F. Here we saw that my speaker is dared to begin and propel himself for the upcoming glory in Toastmasters. General Evaluator, fellow Toastmasters, very warm good evening. And a special good evening to Toastmaster Muhammad Iqbal Qasim for doing such an amazing icebreaker speech. Toastmaster Qasim, you started with the words of Jim Costone. The person you seek is the person you will be. This itself captured our audience into your speech. Then you said about the example of oak tree and the seed with a strong message. You propelled the audience by adding the humor of election card that was entertaining and the errors in that age. This was a life-oriented humor and thus it was entertaining. As an introduction, you said about your family and how your fathers and mothers' words motivated you in your life budding time. You said about the childhood experience about the aquarium fishes. That was also entertaining. And that provides another strong message in your speech. Then you speak about the speech experience of Betta. I think that experience motivated to join in Toastmasters, right? Am I right? Toastmaster Qasim, even though you were doing an icebreaker speech, your confidence level looked great. There was a positive sign in your speech as a Toastmaster journey. In between, you used the word of the day also. That indicates your interest in Toastmasters. You concluded with a capturing message that there is no fields to define you. Every moment is a chance to change your life for better purpose. That was awesome. Your speech was excellent, opening, body and closing with a smooth transition with each live event. You remembered, connected and shared with us. The clarity of the speech was good and your comfort level was perfect. Lastly, but not least, delivers an excellent speech with your introduction and well-organized speech, and that is the main objective of this speech, this project. However, the starting point is always you. The end is up to you. So I would like to invite your kind attention for some humble recommendation which you may propel in your next project as well. For your next speech, you can avoid the notes and practice speech very well. Then you can add some more stage movement and vocal variety. Overall, your speech was a propelling performance as an icebreaker speech. If you add some stage movement and vocal variety, your speech will go to the next level. Congratulations, Toastmaster Qasim. Over to you, General Evaluator.
I agree with you, Toastmaster Roy Jones. The practice, and the practice makes one really great. If you don't propel yourself towards your goal, propel yourself towards your goal, somebody else will propel you towards their goal. So you have to be very careful what you want and you have to propel yourself. So let us go to the next evaluator. This evaluator has got the beauty in his name. In our language, beauty is there in his name. Yes, he has the beauty to propel the team members towards high achievements. He has got beauty to propel himself towards any of the contests. He has got beauty to propel himself towards relationship with all the team members and motivate them. And he is a champion, he's our champion in many divisional contests, and he has gone into the district level, and sure, one day he will be the world champion. He is also the associate consultant, oral surgeon at King South University Medical City. He is a Toastmaster since 2017. Currently, VP Education of TAJ Toastmasters Club Riyadh. Is a club coach too in PSU Falcons Club. Now, I invite none other than Toastmaster Sundar Ramalingam to evaluate the speech of Toastmaster Mohammed Shakir. Toastmaster Sundar, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Mr. General Evaluator. How often have we lost a cool? How often we were so angry and shouted at our family members? And how often we broke down in tears? Fellow Toastmasters and all my dear friends, emotional intelligence, the emotional quotient is a crucial thing in whatever we do in our day-to-day lives. Thanks to my speaker, Toastmaster Mohammed Shakir, for nailing that down right onto our heads, that we all need to be emotionally fluent and intelligent. What a wonderful way to start a speech by asking a question. Imagine standing in front of a crowd, that too, your college friends, and you are in tears. How ashamed and embarrassed someone could be at that moment. But Toastmaster Mohammed Shakir conveyed to us what happened, not what happened because of that, but he went into introspection mode and found out the reason behind this embarrassing moment for him was because he lacked the emotional influence or the emotional intelligence to stay calm at that moment. What a wonderful way to open a speech by asking questions and engaging the audience. And slowly, Toastmaster Mohammed Shakir moved on to the main body of the speech, which was about the book called Emotional Fluency by Daniel Goldman. The entire book was concise and delivered in a small package to all of us. Thanks, Toastmaster Mohammed Shakir, for giving us the experience of reading the book. You just gave us those 4 pearls, those 4 steps. That's self-awareness, self-management, social awareness, and relationship management, and how they go to such an extent in dealing with our emotional intelligence. Not only that, you glittered your speech with wonderful example. For example, when you told about self-awareness, you are showing us the gestures of being angry, being sad, being frightened, and everything. And also in self-management, you are telling us examples how not to be impulsive. And then finally, you went on to conclude how you benefited by staying calm and implementing these 4 steps in your life. And you ended up with a conclusion about how this Buddhist quote, water that is turbulent is never clear to see through. Only when you stay calm and clear, you will be able to see through. What a great way to start, carry on with the body and end your speech. Great speech delivered by Toastmaster Mohammed Shakir. Obviously, I'm sure that the best parts were his incorporation of body language, those 4 steps that he highlighted, and also that powerful quote that he ended up with the conclusion. Toastmaster Mohammed Shakir, I know that this is your early steps in going over as a great speaker. There are subtle improvements that you can bring in. Let me bring it as 4 tips to you. The first one is like you are always moving back and forth in your stage. Try to use the sideways movement as well and avoid clasping your hands. The second step that I would say is like when you said examples, you say examples for all and don't just stop short. For step 3 and step 4, you lack the examples. Try to add humor. That will be my 3rd tip. And finally, when you say a quote, you always ask for a call to action. You have to emphasize with the audience that they also have to reiterate what you said to them. On the whole, it was a great speech. With these 4 tips, I'm sure Toastmaster Shakir is going places. Back to you, Mr. General Evaluator.
Thank you, and I agree with you. The audience interaction is one of the main factors to really helps you to get your message to go to them. So you can ask questions for all the things to have effective interaction. And dear Toastmasters, if you depend upon the external factor to motivate you, I am sorry to tell that you will always be disappointed throughout your life. You will not have the surroundings what you like. You will not have the people whom you like. You'll be different, right from the family, friends, office, everywhere. But you can depend on one thing. Something inside, your motivation comes from within. The motivation comes from your thought that you will never give up and fight back. So I request all of you to depend more on the internal thoughts, firm thoughts, without any doubt and a single thought to achieve your goal rather than depending on the external factors. For the next speech was evaluated by the Toastmaster whom I know. He is young, but very energetic. The club where I am the coach, never said the club almost is falling down. This young person is putting a lot of energy, is driving the people, and is so friendly, talk to all the people, making the meeting possible. And he will be sure he will be the most successful and future VP education of Never Surrender Club. And he is energetic and exuberant Toastmaster from Darbhanga city in Bihar, staying in Saudi Arabia for past 8 years, currently working as QC manager in MEFC company in Riyadh, certified QMS ISO lead auditor. Now we'll see real energy in his evaluation. So I request our Toastmaster Hassan Hussain to evaluate the speech from Madam Toastmaster Neetu Rotesh. Toastmaster Hassan, the floor is yours.
Thank you, General Evaluator, for this kind and very, very generous introduction. I'm really, really humbled, and it was overwhelming for me. Thank you for that. And fellow Toastmasters, once again, good evening to all of you, and a special good evening to my speaker, Toastmaster Neetu. A wonderful speech presented by her as a beginner of the Toastmaster. This was the first speech after the icebreaker, but I could not realize that she is the initial or beginner speaker. I was just so get into her speech. I thought she is as proficient a speaker as many of us available here in the stage. What a great start and great topic on the moment about, and she connected to herself the woman's dream. Many of us in this room never have imagined of that. What a great start by putting question towards us. Did you have ever asked to the women in your life about their dreams? And most of you would have answered no. I'm the part of that. This was great, heart-touching topic. And really, we realized by the speaker, madam, today, that we really never realized to ask our partner, our colleague, whoever the women in our life are, what their dreams are actually. She let us to realize today. She also put one note here that the greatest factors that stops women to acquire her dream are the woman herself. Well, it is her point of view. I may agree or not. It is a debatable topic, but the great thing she put into her speech. It was a great start by putting question, then she goes on the explaining, and a great end with the call of action. Fellow Toastmaster, go and ask to all the women in your life, what is your dream? A great conclusion of the speech. Wonderfully crafted from opening body to conclusion. Madam Toastmaster, it was a great speech. You were very confidently delivering the speech, focused on the camera. We were able to see you very confident and very clear in your pronunciation and speech. Some of the recommendation I would like to suggest that can make the speech more excellent. That I saw there was room for the stage movement while you were delivering a speech. Please try to utilize the stage fully when you are delivering a speech, so that we can see more gestures from you while delivering it on the stage. And the next suggestion is try to add some personal story that could also bring in the voice modulation in your speech. that could make your speech great. Overall, this speech was very wonderful. With these three things: stage movement, voice modulation, adding body gesture, you will be a great speaker. Over to you.
I agree, Toastmaster Hassan, that the vocal variety and the body language are the essential thing to take your message to the audience. You will become a very good public speaker. Now you are proficient with your self-motivation and you are motivated fully. Do we stand at this point? Now tell your fellow people, whether it's a Toastmaster or friends, how to realize, how to achieve this self-motivation. People say it's better to teach the people how to fish rather than to give them the fish. It's better to prepare the people to know how to get more self-motivation rather than you motivating them. Dear Toastmasters, we will go to the next evaluator. Can the sun be covered by clouds? Can the clouds prevent us from seeing the sun? A little bit of wind comes and we'll be able to see the sun. So this particular Toastmaster, when he joined the Toastmaster, everybody thought he's a budding Toastmaster, but he proved to be an achiever. The first time he went up to the division contest to prove himself, and he's handling the English, the language very well, and he's got a lot of philosophical ideas, and he is a enthusiastic Toastmaster too. Currently working as Global Planning and Control Manager at Bahri Logistics Corporate Office. I take this opportunity to invite none other than Toastmaster Ibrahim Kajikar to evaluate the speech of Toastmaster Jijo Koshi. The floor is yours, Toastmaster Ibrahim.
Am I audible? Am I audible?
Yes, yes, loud and clear.
Am I visible?
Yes.
Yeah.
Jijo Koshi, what an awesome storyteller you are. I love the two stories you said and you blended them together. Cheating yourself? Wow. I don't know when last I cheated. That's a statement I would give. But I can certainly tell you there are micro level cheatings we all do day in, day out. You demonstrated an excellent story about the milkman, which goes back the town from where we come. In today's world, the price we pay for ignorance about ourselves has increased dramatically. That's how you demonstrated in the conclusion of your speech. I loved how you highlighted that the integrity is choosing courage over comfort. The discomfort what we have of wearing masks is going to save humanity. In evaluating your specific items, your spoken language is very clear. I understand everything that you say, and I was easily able to understand that. Your vocal variety, awesome. You use different tones and speed and volume as a tool for your communication. You propelled in your eye contact. I could see that literally you're trying to communicate with the eyes. And you were trying to gauge with the audience, getting the reaction and responses from the audience. I love it. I wish if I could take a lesson from you, the way you try to interact with the audience by asking them the interactive questions. Your physical gestures, you use nicely to enhance your speech. Audience awareness, you're completely aware that we were familiar with the stories of the milkman, what kind of a cheating he did. and you are completely comfortable in your zone. You are a seasoned speaker, Jeju. Good job there. I'm not as good as you, but still I have 2 cents of mine. Consider this as a feedback. And this feedback I have often seen, and I'm trying to see these in people as well. Stage level and the space. So you had a wonderful story which you have used the entire space from here, the milkman going on. So you captured the area of the space. Talking about the maths, you could use the gesture about those silly people. You did very nicely when you did this, but you could add more humor to it. I mean, there are funny characters out there which you have seen, I have seen, capitalize on those opportunities, how these people sneak and how they do it. That opportunity, if you capitalize, you can take your speech to the next level. You are an awesome speaker, teacher. Over to you, Mr. Evaluator. Master.
I agree with your evaluation, including the humor. Yeah, small tint of humor throughout the speech will really make you a great speaker, and will have your own audience and your fans. Now, we are self-motivated and we are teaching them other people are self-motivated. But so far, take my case, I am only self-motivated to get promotion for my own life, for my career, and to take some developments for my family. I have not done anything for the society. If you can teach the people a self-motivation for a good cause towards the society, definitely you have done a great job. Instead of you are doing as a single person, you are motivating the other people. You are not motivating, you are teaching them how to self-motivate for a good cause. You will be producing leaders after leaders, and this history will tell your name. We'll go to the next evaluator. This evaluator for the table topics, he is with a smiling face and is a blend of good leader as well as a performer. His speeches, his voice is very mesmerizing voice. It attracts all the judges. Because I heard his speeches earlier, and he's a great leader too. And if you say the whole division now is recognized to be the best leader, #1 leader now. And he's motivating all the people towards performing better. So he's also a PhD holder. It's a rare combination. He's a PhD holder, also a good speaker and also a performer and a leader. He joined TAJ in 2017 and is the current president of TAJ Toastmasters and a club coach of Grand Professional Club. 20 years experience in the Middle East, currently working as a head of training and consultancy of SLC company Riyadh. One remarkable thing with this person is, we are not talking about working from home. He made his home as a garden, motivating him. It's one of the self-motivation. He created the environment by himself to motivate himself. So I would like to invite the evaluator, none other than our president, Toastmaster, Dr. Mahesh Pillai, to evaluate the table topic session. Toastmaster Mahesh Pillai, the floor is yours.
Thank you so much.
Point of order. Point of order. I just want to ensure with Toastmaster Sundar that time for the evaluation is same, or because of 5 speakers, it is actually the time need to be increased.
Yeah, the timing will be 2.5 minutes green, 3 minutes yellow, and 3.5 minutes red. 4 minutes to conclude this evaluation speech.
Thank you. Thank you.
30 seconds for every speaker.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Timer, for the clarification.
Thank you. Thank you, the General Evaluator, DTM Gururajan, for that generous introduction. Good evening, dear Toastmasters and guests. The first topic, share one of your experience or achievement of self-motivation. The topic was given to the new Toastmaster, Toastmaster Muhammad Iqbal. He connected to the topic in a flash and he shared a personal story. Toastmaster Muhammad Iqbal, that's a great way of doing a table topic. Even though you are a new Toastmaster, you spoke like a seasoned Toastmaster. You shared the personal story of how you changed the job, you searched a job in Cameroon, and how you learned a lesson and to become a successful products manager, and how you set up the company. Your speech was amazing. Whatever you need for a table topic, it was there. And you finished the topic with a call for action. Forget, go ahead, and you can inspire the next generation. You were so confident. There was a great opening, body, and call for action at the end. So only one advice, two advices I'll give you, recommendation, I'll say recommendations. When you get a topic, you have 30 seconds to think about it, and then you can start the speech. And to add a little bit of voice modulation, that would have spiced up your speech. The next topic, how motivated are you to reach your goal? There's going to another new Toastmaster, Toastmaster Muhammad Shakir. And he also connected to the topic from the beginning itself. He took time to think, and he said, motivation is an energy and is a fuel that helps you to go to the next level. And he also shared a personal story of how he, from a store supervisor, finally, he is the person who managed the field trainings for Dunkin' Donuts in Saudi Arabia. How he met his manager, asked him, and how his manager, Toastmaster Manas, motivated him to achieve success. So Toastmaster Muhammad Shakir, only one thing I will say, you just need to add a call for action. You were motivated by your manager. You should have given that motivation to other people also to be motivated. So any table topic, the audience should you should give a takeaway message to the audience. Otherwise, it is perfect. And the third topic was given to Toastmaster Ibrahim Ali Khazikar. What are the basic factors required for self-motivation? As a champion speaker, he immediately connected to the topic, and he said integrity stands at the top. And he started the speech with a powerful opening. His voice was excellent. He was so confident, and he also shared a personal story and how his grandfather advised him. And he concluded the speech with the words from Robert Frost that you don't wake up as a bad person on one fine morning. And he ended the speech with a call for action, said, keep integrity at the top. And only one thing else I'll tell you, I will recommend you to have some voice modulation throughout your speech. And fourth topic, what stops or reduces your motivation? The topic was given to Toastmaster Neetu, and she also connected the topic very well. Not other than you can put you down. She was so confident, the speech was well structured, and the speech was having a great opening body, and the conclusion part, you should have given a call for action. And also, I'll recommend you to think 30 seconds before you speak. That will help you to propel the speech much faster. And consequence of not being motivated to achieve my goal, that was given to Toastmaster Roy Jones. He connected the speech also saying about the childhood days, that we are motivated by our parents and teachers, and his excellent gestures, facial expression, well connected to the topic. And he said, if we throw away our ego, that we can be motivated. And the only thing is there was a missing call for action at the end. Overall, we had a great table topic session. All the topics were connected to the theme of the day, and all the speakers spoke perfectly. That means the topics were outstanding. And back to you, Mr. General Evaluator.
Thank you. I agree with you that as our DTM Roji, our senior Toastmaster, also telling, whenever you are given the table topics, just take some time, 30 seconds, maybe like, you can button up your coat or something, so that you think about it, structure your speech, and you will become you can deliver a better table topic speech. Next, you are self-motivated for a good cause, but you are also motivated others. But one thing is sure in life, you have to depend on others. There is no choice. Whether you call it as a motivation or giving them a love and recognition, so that all people together will go towards a goal, a social cause. That's what you see a lot of people have done. Like Mahatma Gandhi, how he convinced a lot of people towards ahimsa, taking the beating and without reaction. Can you and me can do that? Can any Toastmaster can do that now? You see how he's believing. The Mahatma Gandhi believed this concept, self-motivated, and he made all others self-motivated. That's the best example for ourselves. We will admire that. Maybe we will get around 1% of this ability. Maybe it is useful for the society. Now, I would like to ask the timer whether all evaluators are qualified. Timer, whether all evaluators are qualified. Am I audible? Hello?
I think your timer is disconnected. You can
I can continue. Okay. When the timer comes, we can ask him to give for the voting link after knowing his
timer has joined back.
Okay. Has he joined back?
Yes.
Okay. Timer, please tell whether all the evaluators are qualified.
All evaluators are qualified except Dr. Mahesh Pillai.
Okay. Can we go for voting for the best evaluator?
Yeah, I'm sharing the voting links.
So, meanwhile, can I go ahead?
Yes, you may proceed.
Yes. Let us take the report from the meeting leaders. I request the counter, Toastmaster Maya Krishnan, to give his report. Let us see today who is the king of awe. Toastmaster Maya Krishnan, please give the report. Is he available?
I think Toastmaster Maya Krishnan is disconnected or he's not available.
So let us go to the next one. May I request our grammarian Toastmaster Dr. Sundar to just please give your report.
Thank you very much, Mr. General Evaluator. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, good evening to you all. So today's word of the day was propel, and it was indeed interesting to note that several of our Toastmasters and speakers who used the lectern used the word efficiently. Some of the speakers who used the word were Toastmaster Jabir Ali, Toastmaster Iqbal Qasim, Toastmaster Ibrahim Karjikar, Toastmaster Shijo Munjos, Toastmaster Muhammad Shakir, and distinguished Toastmaster Gurrajan and Toastmaster Mahesh Pillai. And going over to the grammarian's log of today's meeting, I found that there were not too many issues with grammar. We are indeed happy to see that our speakers are trying to be proficient enough to use the right grammar in their speech delivery. There were some excellent places where quotations were used. Some of them which I would like to highlight are the person who you see is the person who you will be. It's actually a quotation which was taken up from Toastmaster Iqbal Qasim's speech. Never stay like stagnant water. This was also again taken from Toastmaster Qasim's speech. And there was a quotation called one person inspiration and 99 perspiration is all about being a genius. This is actually from Albert Einstein. And then every moment gives you a chance to change for the better. And another quotation was like, even when the water is turbulent, you cannot see it through clearly, so you'll have to stay calm. So this was actually a Buddhist quote, which was a reference from Toastmaster Muhammad Shakir's speech, built from scratch. So this was actually a very good phrase that I saw was quite interesting. Adversity breeds quality. That was another interesting phrase from Toastmaster Ibrahim's speech. Spring back from failure and dare to begin. These were some other interesting quotes or phrases that we saw in today's speeches. Some small areas where subtle improvements could be done is the way how we pronounce or use the articles. For example, supported him in collecting could be supported him in collection or supported in the collection. I tortured my father could be put off. Another ways, I pestered my father, or I was nagging my father. So these are good. And say fish, when we say fish, we don't say child, we say offsprings or the little ones. And then I got sweating, no, I was sweating. They should sacrifice, no, they let them sacrifice or they sacrifice. That's the best way to put it. Putting in the last. No, it's not putting them in the last, it's putting them at the end or putting them for the final. So that way we can put it. Nowadays we are telling, no, nowadays we tell, it's not nowadays we are telling, it's nowadays we tell. And life savings or lost could be put off efficiently as the livelihood was lost. And it is never to be said me myself should decide, it's I myself should decide, because me should decide is not a proper sentence. It is always I should decide. So always we say I myself have to decide today to do this. And from the childhood should be from childhood. So these are some areas for improvement. As I always used to mention, as whenever I take up the grammarian role, let us all focus on the article usage, a, and the, and also the small prepositions like in, on, from. So if we take care of these things, I am sure we will not be better speakers tomorrow. Back to you, Mr. General Evaluator.
Thank you for the detailed report, Toastmaster Sundar. May I request Toastmaster Jabir Ali to give the timer report, please.
Good evening,
Toastmaster Jabir Ali.
Are you able to see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay. Toastmaster Muhammad Iqbal Qasim.
Toastmaster Jabir Ali, are you sharing your screen?
Yes.
No, we are not able to see your screen share.
Now it's okay?
Yeah, now it is starting. Yes.
Right. Okay. Thank you. Good evening, fellow Toastmaster. Once again, for prepared speeches, all speakers are qualified. The time taken by Toastmaster Muhammad Iqbal Qasim, 6 minutes 2 seconds, qualified. Toastmaster Muhammad Shakir took 6 minutes 5:54 seconds, qualified. Toastmaster Neetu took 6 minutes 29 seconds, qualified. Toastmaster Jijo Koshi took 6 minutes 36 seconds, qualified. Moving to table topic session. All speakers are qualified. Toastmaster Iqbal Qasim took 1 minute 46 seconds, qualified. Toastmaster Muhammad Shakir took 2 minutes 2 seconds, qualified. Toastmaster Ibrahim Ali Karjikar took 2 minutes 9 seconds, qualified. Toastmaster Neetu took 1 minute 5 seconds, qualified. Toastmaster Roy Jose took 1 minute 47 seconds, qualified. Moving forward to evaluation session. All evaluators are qualified except Dr. Mahesh Pillai. Toastmaster Roy Jose took 3 minutes 27 seconds, qualified. Toastmaster Dr. Sundar Ramalingam took 3 minutes 26 seconds, qualified. Toastmaster Hassan Hussain Taj took 3 minutes 22 seconds, qualified. Toastmaster Ibrahim Ali Karjikar took 3 minutes 10 seconds, qualified. Toastmaster Dr. Mahesh Pillai took 4 minutes 28 seconds, not qualified. Thank you. Back to Toastmaster of the evening.
Thank you. Thank you for the report. Is Toastmaster My Action available?
He's not joining. I am trying to reach him, but he's not joining. We can proceed.
So now we will go for the voting for the best meeting leader. So if I am correct, only grammarian Toastmaster Dr. Sundar and the timer Toastmaster Jabir Ali.
Yes, I'm sharing the link. I'm sharing the links.
Okay. So meanwhile, can I proceed?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Today is a marvelous meeting. Amazing meeting. Initially, when I thought the number of people are less compared to the standard, TAJ standard, but everybody performed well. It's a full-fledged club meeting. Of course, the meeting started 1 minute late, so it doesn't matter as far as I am concerned, because we are also will be closing also in time. And one of the things what I would mention is that today really I admired the speeches. Regarding, I will tell a few points. Muhammad Iqbal Qasim, he was able to bring humor in his speech. I think this is first speech. During the first speech, we were all shivering, whereas he could bring humor in his speech. And Toastmaster Muhammad Shakir is really proved himself as a professional speaker now. Only I would advise that the lighting, all the Toastmasters, lighting can be taken care because one half of the face was bit dark. So you can have the light in front. Maybe you can do a little bit of arrangement which will make you appear still better. Regarding Madam Toastmaster Neetu Rajesh, is she available? You asked the question whether anybody asked your wife or mother or sister. Yes, I asked. I asked my wife. Really I asked my wife in my speech in the recent contest, saying that my speech concept was to give, to see the dream of my wife and then try to help her to achieve the same. But I agree with you, practically I didn't ask her so far. It's only in the speech. You did very well. You could, you really, the message in your speech is good. I tell you today that any speech, the message is clear and is touching the heart. Your speech, you have already won as a speaker. Next, Toastmaster Jijo Koshi, needless to tell, is a champion, and he gave a valuable suggestions how to tackle today's COVID problems. Then you should not cheat yourself. It's really very good message given. Regarding the table topic session, I was really today, I was taken back, or I was admiring all the speakers because they were using all the personal story. All the people are using personal story because as a experienced one, getting a personal story always I find very difficult. Sometimes the same story comes again and again. So we have to twist it according to the concept. I really admired. It was really good. So that means the competition becoming tougher and tougher in Toastmasters. So next, going to the evaluation. We had a very good evaluation today, very nice, and then people have given very soft, as well as I saw the softness in their recommendations. One other thing with the evaluators now, we have to say you could work on this one, and you should never use the very tough words like you should correct yourself or you should like improve. We are not here. Evaluator gives us perception about the speech. It's a perception. So it is up to the speaker. He has to view it seriously and take it. So anything in the evaluation should be in a very mild form because it is to encourage the speaker. And so many contests people are telling you are wrong. That means you will be disqualified straight away by the judges. So you have to be very soft. I see a lot of softness in the judges, in the evaluation by all the people. And the meeting leaders also, they have done good. And I have nothing to say except if I say what is the improvement possible. Already it is it's a perfect meeting. I have nothing to say. So I close this session. Still you can improve. So I don't know whether normally we put this ribbons and other things. Have they make it in one available in any of the Toastmasters, visible during their during the meeting? The label, the ribbons. No, when our normal practical meet in our meeting, no, in the Bharat restaurant, we used to keep this for the all the ribbons and the flag, everything, our Toastmaster flag. But you could just think anything can be done similar to that as one of the in one slot. All in all, I really enjoyed. Lost weight regarding the self-motivation. Self-motivation basically requires yourself and your group, and you should have a strategy. Without strategy, you can never win anything. So, like if you take only one, I will take only 1 minute to close this one because already it is too much late. If you take the earlier, there was a kingdom of Gupta family from Chandragupta. I don't know English how they will tell that. we studied in Tamil, like Chandragupta, who was guided by his teacher Chanakya. He rose from the very ground level as soldier to the king and the emperor of Magadha kingdom. Basically, though he is capable, he is single-minded, self-motivated, the king, the Gupta, took the advice from Chanakya, and then he stood by that. So it's a strategy. And we have to have a strategy to come up in this. And finally, in this time of our where there's uncertainty of the job and people are a bit depressed, you have to have self-motivation to overcome all the things and to have energy in your life. The COVID will go after some time. Till then, keep up your energy and keep up your self-motivation to overcome all the things and become a very energetic person in life. I enjoyed being a general evaluator of the session. Over to the Toastmaster of the evening. Toastmaster of the evening, Toastmaster Dr. Arunachalam.
Thank you, TTM Gururajan, the entire evaluators and whole leaders for provided perfect command. It is indeed support for our prepared and table topic speaker. As noticed earlier, setting smart goals is a great way to propel yourself motivations. So dear Toastmasters, set smart goals. Creating goals for yourself is one of the best profile you can do build a foundation of self-motivations. And if your goal is smart, you are much more likely to find it easily to motivate yourself. I enjoyed being the Toastmaster of the evening. Now I return control of the meeting to our presiding officer, Toastmaster Dr. Mahesh Pillai. Back to presiding officer.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the evening, Toastmaster Dr. Arunachalam, for conducting such an amazing session. Dear Toastmasters and guests, let's give him a big round of applause. We have got a guest today. So I would like to invite DTM Abdul Ghafoor to say a few words.
Thank you, Mr. President, Dr. Mahesh Pillai. Am I audible and visible?
Yes, loud and clear.
Thank you so much. It is a pleasure to be with the TAJ Toastmasters Club after a long break. And it is a pleasure to know that you are one of the first clubs during the present term to earn President Distinguished status with the 10 DCP points. It is no doubt a collective leadership from the one of the oldest clubs in Riyadh, TAJ Toastmasters Club. I was a bit late for joining, sorry for that. But really, I enjoyed the evaluation segment. I think you had 4 speakers and the table topic speech, very good. Good to be with you once again, Dr. Mahesh and the team. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, DTM Abdul Ghafoor. Thank you so much for your valuable feedback. We have any other guests? No. Okay. We have some announcement. Dear Toastmasters, we are to finalize the 3rd quarter magazine. So please share the articles to Toastmaster Shijoman by maximum by this weekend. Maximum by, we can say, you get the weekend. So by Sunday, is that okay, Toastmaster Shijoman?
Yes, it's okay.
Sunday, that is like 9th. So get a weekend as well. So please share maximum by 9th of this month, the articles, and please encourage your children also to write something, or also members of the Gavels Club. And any other announcement, Dr. Sundar?
Nothing much. It was announced at the beginning regarding the magazine.
Oh, okay, thank you. The results are ready?
Give me a minute.
Okay. So one more thing, the Toastmasters, now it's time to get another membership award, Beat the Clock. We got last 2 membership award from Toastmaster International. We need 5 more members. We already got a new member. We need 4 more members. So please talk to your friends, bring them as guests, and let them also get the fruits of what Toastmaster is offering. And it was a great meeting, great speakers and evaluators, and it's really amazing. Thank you, Vice President Education, for arranging 4 speeches, because we need to have maximum education awards as soon as possible. And dear Toastmasters, we have only 2 more months left, May and June. Please complete at least 3 levels so that you will get a triple crown next year. So please talk to Vice President Education, and if you need, we can have additional speaker-thons arranged, or we can manage the speeches. Please talk to your mentors, the Vice President Education, and to get the speech slots and finish at least 3 levels this month or in the next 2 months.
Results are ready.
Okay, please share, Dr. Sundar.
The best speaker. Best table topic speaker. Toastmaster. The best evaluator. The best meeting leader. And the best of big 3 Toastmaster. Congratulations to all the winners. Back to you, Mr. President.
Congratulations, winners, and now let's stand up for the national anthem, Dr. Sundar.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Now the meeting is officially adjourned. The floor will be open. The link will be open for any discussion. And thank you, Toastmasters, for finishing. We started 1 minute late. We finished 1 minute late. I always say a leader is not a leader if he cannot finish his given assignment in the given time. And we all once again proved that we stick on to our motto of starting meetings on time and finishing meeting on time. And time is the most important thing in our life. And we, TAJ Toastmasters, we maintain our promise today as well. Thank you. I really appreciate all meeting leaders, role players for that. Thank you.
Thank you very much for all the speakers, meeting leaders, evaluators, and big 3 and role players. It was a great job. Thank you, DTM Abdul Ghafoor, for joining us today evening.
Yeah, Sundar Mahalingam, once again, thank you. It is good to see you once again.
Sundar Ramalingam, sir.
Sundar Ramalingam, yeah. Dr. Mahesh, President, how many members you are having currently?
We have 37 members.
MashaAllah. It is great to know that 37 members, really good. Great going.
We had 46, but we lost some of them went to India, so we lost some of the members. So we target
Dr. Mahesh, can we turn off the stream?